Hello and welcome to episode 13 of SinCity Pixel KO podcast. I'm your host, David, and we want to welcome you back after we had a hiatus. Um, we had some different internal matters. We're growing, and so we're adding some more people and some more partners during the last few months. So we'll have some different updates about what we're doing so that we're helping out other podcasters and other people who are brands and marketing themselves as influencers and as brands. We'll have more information on our updates and what we've been doing over the last few months. But today we want to just get right into it. So coming up, as we're going to restart, as we're coming up to the big season of a lot of conferences. As we're restarting, there's been some conferences, of course, going on right now, but I'm talking about some of the big tech conferences that are coming up for conference season, especially in Los Angeles and in Las Vegas and some other cities. There's some other consensus is coming in Miami. It's moved to Miami. So there's other conferences that are coming up right around the corner. So I want to talk about one of the ones that I have media access to, and it's one of the most important AI events. So really, right now, we want to take this time to forget the hype, forget the endless stream of AI's coming articles. It's already here. But the real question, the one that will keep leaders up at night, isn't if you should use AI, it's how. It's how will you get past the fun chatbot demos and actually rewire your business? It's like swapping out the horse and buggy for a combustion engine. It's not just an upgrade, it's a total reinvention for survival. So the answer won't be in a tweet or in a newsletter. It's going to be decided in rooms like this. So we're looking forward to going to April coming up, April 6th to the 9th. Media access to HumanX 2026 from the 6th to the 9th, which is shaping up to be the world's most important AI event. This won't be just another tech conference with over 6,500 leaders from every industry expected to pack into San Francisco, Moscow Center. This will feel like the command center. This is where the playbook for scaling AI in your business will be written in real time. So, my mission for those 3 days will be to go behind the scenes, cut through the noise, and get you that playbook straight from the leaders of companies like Walmart, Mercedes Benz, Snowflake. These are these are strategies they will be using to scale, and this is how you can start applying them to your business, even if you don't attend the event. It's going to be live streamed, so if you can't attend the event, I think there's going to be some things that we'll be able to have live stream portions of it. So this event, HumanX, will be the epicenter. Standing on the main floor of HumanX 2026 will feel less like a conference and more like the starting line of one of the biggest gold rushes in history. It's going to be an incredible mix excuse me, of capital, ambition, and raw computational power. There will be more than 350 of the world's top AI minds spread across 200 sessions, and the attendee list will be a who's who of global business. Over 60% are expected to be VPs or higher in the C suite. So these won't just be tech people, they will be the decision makers, the ones with the authority to completely reshape their companies. They will be coming from all over the world for one reason: to find strategies that will define the next decade of business and culture. For years, we've talked about AI in the abstract. We've seen cool demos and mind-bending art and chatbots that write poetry and music. But the age of sketching is over. We're now in the age of construction. So the conversation that will be and that will happen in these halls won't be about what AI could do. They will be about what it is doing right now. They'll be deploying, and they'll be talking about deploying AI at a massive scale, getting a real return on investment, and dealing with the messy realities of making this tech work in the real world. That's why I'm going, and that's why really, basically, that's why I'm going with this media pass and my access. My job will be to be a filter, be your filter, be your correspondent on the inside. I'm not going for the flashy keynote light shows. I'm going to boil down the fire hose of information into more concrete, actionable playbooks that you can actually use, for marketing and for different types of verticals that are going to be there. The organizers have structured this whole event into 5 content tracks. So it's going to be great. You want to think of these 5 content tracks as 5 essential chapters in the modern AI playbook: the customer engine, the control room, the command desk, the builders, and the ecosystem. Over the rest of this presentation, this podcast, we're going to walk through each of one of these 5 playbooks. And I'll be able to talk to you now to break down what they mean and share the biggest insights. So I expect to gather from the sessions and translate the high level strategies from giants like Walmart into advice that a business of any size can use. This won't be about giving you a fish. It'll be about showing you how to build a fleet of A-powered fishing boats. The expected takeaway from HumanX is clear. Every single part of your business is about to be rebuilt, and with AI at its core. So, let's start with that part of your business that matters most to your customer. The What we want to talk about, what matters most, of course, is the customer. So let's talk first about the customer engine playbook. The first and maybe the most important chapter in the AI playbook will be what HumanX is calling the customer engine. So this whole track will be focused on completely reinventing marketing, sales, and customer support. The core idea is that for the last 20 years, we've been putting new tech on top of old workflows. So it's like strapping a jet engine onto a bicycle. Sure, you're going faster, but the underlying system is still clumsy and inefficient. So, the customer engine playbook will argue that's not good enough anymore. The goal won't be to tune up the old engine. It will be to build a new one from scratch with AI as the crankshaft. I know a lot of companies and a lot of businesses are going through that right now. So the central question in these sessions will be this: how do you rebuild your entire customer journey for a world where AI is everywhere? It's about moving from segments and funnels to true one-to-one personalization at a scale we couldn't have dreamed of before. And one of the best examples of this is expected to come from a session with executives from Walmart to talk how Walmart and Service now are putting AI to work is anticipated to be standing room only. A Walmart EVP, Daniel Danker, will explain how they're using AI not just for efficiency, but as a core part of the customer and employee experience. And think about the scale of Walmart. Millions of customers, thousands of stores, a global logistics network. Their strategy isn't about one magic AI, it's about a whole fabric of connected AI systems. It's less like having one master robot and more like having a swarm of specialist ants, each perfectly designed for a specific job, but all working together for the colony. For customers, this means personalized recommendations that are way smarter than you might also like. It means using AI to predict local demand so the products you want are at your store before you even search for them. It means customer service bots that can solve complex problems instantly because they have access to your order history, delivery status, and even real time store inventory. For a business owner, the playbook won't be to go build what Walmart built. That's impossible. It will be about ad- adopting their mindset. The key will be to stop seeing customer interactions as separate events in a click, a call, a purchase, and start seeing them as one long data rich conversation. Your customer engine strategy should focus on three things. First, unify your data. Right now, your company's data is probably scattered across different departments, like ingredients stored in separate locked pantries. An AI can't cook you a gourmet meal if it can only access the salt. You will have to knock down the walls between those pantries to create a single, clear view of each customer. How can AI personalize anything if it doesn't know the person who just abandoned their cart? Is the same one who clicked your ad yesterday and called support last week? Second, use AI as at your biggest friction points. Don't try to boil the ocean. Where do your customers get stuck? Think of these as the sand traps on your business's golf course. Apply AI there first. Use an AI powered search tool on your site. Roll out a support bot trained on your actual product info and past support. These will be real, achievable first steps. And third, expect a theme I expect to hear over and over. Uh, AI should be a co pilot for your team, not the pilot. The AI can handle navigation and routine checklists, freeing up your human experts to handle the unexpected turbulence and make the critical landing. Your best salesperson shouldn't be logging data, they should be building relationships. AI can do the logging. Your best support agent shouldn't be answering, "Where's my order?" all day. They should be solving that one in a million problem that creates a customer for life. Another fascinating talk will be from George Arison, the CEO of Grinder, AI, identity, and the future of connection. It promises to push the conversation beyond just buying and selling. How exploring how AI can act as a translator, not for language, but for the unspoken dialect of human identity and connection. While the context is a social network, the lesson for any business will be huge. Your brand is a form of identity. Customers connect with brands that they feel get them. Harrison's point will likely be that AI can help force a much deeper connection by understanding the subtleties of a user's identity and values. This won't just be about showing a customer an ad, it will be about creating content and crafting messages that align with who they are. The playbook here will be to use AI not just as a sales tool, but as a empathy engine. Use it to analyze customer feedback and social media to understand the why behind the what. The AI can find these narrative patterns in the sea of data, giving you a level of customer intelligence that used to be reserved for companies with huge research budgets. Now, we want to get into the control room playbook. If the customer engine is the sleek, public facing part of your AI business, the control room will be the powerful engine under the hood. This track at HumanX will be all about the core of business, finance, HR, logistics, and governance. It's less glamorous than marketing, but it's where AI is poised to unlock massive efficiency and intelligence. The conversation here will be about building a genuinely AI native workflow, not just sticking AI onto old processes. The guiding idea of the control room playbook will be a shift from being reactive to being predictive. For decades, business has been about looking in the rearview mirror. We analyze last quarter's sales, review last month's supply chain, and audit last year's books. The control room playbook will say that with AI, you can finally start looking through the front windshield. A huge topic will be governance. A session titled Governing AI Isn't Optional Anymore is expected to draw a massive crowd of execs. And for a good reason. The panel message is expected to be clear. If you use AI without a strong governance framework, you're essentially giving the keys to a Formula One race car to a teenager with a learner's permit. A spectacular crash isn't just a risk, it's a certainty. And ungoverned AI can hallucinate and give wrong information. It can absorb biases from its training data, leading to discrimination in hiring or lending. It can create huge security holes. The playbook for governance will be like captaining a modern ship. First, visibility is your advanced radar system, letting you see every other vessel and obstacle in the water. You can't govern what you can't see. Second, control is the rudder, allowing you to set a clear course and create guardrails for your AI. For an AI in your finance department, you might have a rule that it can't approve payments over a certain amount without human review. The Q&A with Prem Natarajan, chief scientist at Capital One, will likely highlight how a regulated company has to build these controls from the ground up. Third, accountability is the ship's official logbook, recording every command. So if something goes wrong, you can trace an outcome back to the AI model and the data that produced it. Another major conversation will be about enterprise operations, highlighted by speakers like Catherine Lehman, the CIO of Mercedes-Benz. A company like Mercedes-Benz is a incredibly complex dance of manufacturing and logistics. For them, AI isn't about writing better emails. It's about predicting a supply chain disruption 3 months out using weather patterns and shipping data. It's about using computer vision on the assembly line to spot a microscopic defect a human might miss. The playbook here for other businesses will be to start thinking of your operations as a data problem. And every step in your process generates data. Your job will be to capture it and to feed it into AI models that can optimize the whole system. You can start small. Use an AI tool to analyze shipping costs and find better routes. or use AI to predict when a piece of equipment might fail instead of waiting for it to break. What will connect all of these ideas is the concept of a digital twin, which is essentially a flight simulator for your entire company. By feeding it real time data, you can use AI to run simulations and ask what if questions before you make decisions in the real world. You can test the risky new strategy in the simulator without ever endangering the actual plane. The control room is ultimately about building this digital twin, about giving leaders a godlike view of their operations. Now, in the next section, the command desk playbook from the engine room, now we'll move to the captain's bridge, the command desk track there at HumanX will be where the conversation turns to the C suite. This won't be about the tech details, it's about leadership in the age of AI. The sessions are expected to be packed with CEOs and investors, all wrestling with the big questions. How will we invest? How do we set policy? How will we lead when the ground is constantly shifting? The core theme will likely be summed up by one panel title: Your AI strategy is only as good as your leadership team. The message will be a direct challenge. AI is not a IT project you can delegate. That would be like a ship's captain saying, navigation isn't my job, it's for the map guy. A leader who doesn't understand the map is just a passenger. It's a total business transformation and it must be led from the top. A leadership team that doesn't get the basics of this technology will be flying blind. You can only have so many consultants to give you advice, basically. The first part of this playbook will be about education. Leaders don't need to be AI mechanics, but they absolutely must know what the warning lights on the dashboard mean. They will need to understand the difference between generative and predictive AI. They will need to get the concept of training data and the risk of bias. The era of saying, I'm not a tech person, is over. The second part will be about where you put your money. AI isn't cheap. The discussions here are expected to reveal a shift away from spray and pray approach of funding dozens of small AI experiments. It will be like moving from a gardener who scatters a whole packet of seeds and hopes for the best to a orchard owner who strategically plants a few strong saplings and nurtures them into fruit-bearing trees. Siddhar Ramaswamy, the CEO of Snowflake, will lead a session called Making AI Real: How Enterprises Turn AI into ROI that is expected to hammer this point. The focus will have to be on measurable outcomes, not cool tech. The question should be never be how can we use AI, but what's your biggest business problem and how can AI help us solve it with a real return? The third and maybe toughest part of the command desk playbook will be ethics and safety. This won't be a side conversation at HumanX. It will be a central topic, a roundtable called Whose Safety, Whose AI will explore the uncomfortable questions around how AI can amplify societal biases. For a leader, this isn't philosophical debate, it's a huge risk. AI can see as biased, can be seen as biased, can cause massive reputational damage. The playbook for ethical leadership will be proactive, not reactive. It will start with building diverse teams. If everyone building your AI comes from the same background, you'll have blind spots. It will also involve creating an AI ethics board inside the company, empowered to review major projects and set the ethical red lines They will be responsible for asking the hard questions. What's the worst case scenario? Who could be harmed? Does this align with our values? Ultimately, the command desk playbook will call for a new kind of leadership. It will need a mix of tech savvy, financial discipline, and a deep sense of ethical responsibility. The modern leader is like a triathlon athlete. They will have to be strong in three different disciplines to win. And now we'll get to the next section, the builder's ecosystem and that playbook. And now we'll get to the heart of the machine, the people who actually will be building this future. I'm combining the builders and ecosystem tracks because they're two sides of the same coin, creating tech and creating the businesses that use it. Builders make the bricks, the ecosystem designs the city, if you want to look at it that way. This will be the playbook for the founders, engineers, and VCs turning ideas into reality. The energy in these sessions is expected to be electric. So let's start with the builders. This track is for the people who will live and breathe APIs and models. For them, the question won't be, can we build it anymore? It will be, how can we build it faster, more reliably, and at scale? Key session, what do developers need to ship AI faster, led by Graphite CEO Meryl Lutsky, will focus on the new AI toolkit. The old way of building AI was like being a sculptor who quarries their own marble and hand carves a statue over 2 years. That's dead. The future will be about an architect who uses state of the art 3D printers and advanced pre made materials to construct something incredible fast. The playbook for builders will be to become an expert chef, not a farmer. You won't need to grow your own wheat to bake amazing bread. Now, with AI being more mature, you'll be able to start with the best available ingredients like foundation models and use your unique skill to combine them into something no one else can. This means using platforms that handle all the plumbing so developers can focus on what makes their app unique. The takeaway from any tech leader will be to be ruthless about how your team spends its time. If they're spending months on things that a platform can do for you, you're already behind. This brings us to the ecosystem track, the world of founders and VCs. The conversations here will be about where the next $1 billion AI companies will come from. And one of the most insightful talks is expected to be from Raul Voha, founder of Superhuman, on the path to getting acquired. The playbook for founders that will come out of it is expected to be a bit counterintuitive. So it won't be about building a Swiss Army knife that does 20 things pretty well. It won't be it will be about building the one perfect surgical tool that a specific type of surgeon realizes they can't live without. That's something that we is going to be very interesting. You can't out compete the big platforms on the breadth of their models, but you can beat them on depth. You can build the AI tool for architects that understands building codes better than a general model ever could. The value will be in the vertical application and the deep industry expertise you wrap around the core AI. The VCs on the panels, like Hans Tung from GGV Capital, are expected to say the same thing. They won't be looking for another AI for X company. They will be looking for founders with a unique insight into a specific industry and a clear vision for how AI can provide a 10x improvement. The AI model is like a fancy fishing rod that anyone can eventually buy. Your proprietary data is the secret treasure map to an exclusive lake full of prize winning fish. In the long run, your defensible advantage won't be the rod. It will be the map. Perhaps the sharpest debate will come from legendary VC Vinod Kasola in a session pitting super reliability versus super intelligence. This gets at a core tension in the AI world. Will you focus on building reliable, predictable AI that offers steady improvements? Or will you swing for the fences and chase super intelligence? It's the ultimate tortoise versus hare debate. The health of the ecosystem will depend on both the pragmatic tortoises who will make AI work today and the visionary hares who will imagine the world of tomorrow. Behind the scenes, there's going to be some interludes for a second. I want to step away for the playbooks and just tell you what it'll be like to be there. Uh, it'll be impossible to capture the sheer density of the place on camera. So, people start very early at breakfast. The buzz of conversation will be loud. And it's going to start early in the morning. So I expect to be in line to get some coffee and get next to someone uh, maybe talking about AI to model climate change for the insurance industry. And maybe I'll be talking to somebody else who will be from a team from Seoul who a-powered chip design tool is being demoed. There won't be any hype here. There'll just be this terrifying, exhilarating sense of inevitability. Every single conversation will start from the shared belief that AI is the new electricity. The questions won't be if, but how, fast, and what's next. I can already imagine overhearing a quick chat between a VC and a founder. The founders will always be there pitching, and the VCs will stop him and they'll talk about, maybe the VC will say, "Don't tell me about your algorithm." He'll say, "Tell me about your data. Tell me why you're the only person in the world who can get this data." These 5-second exchanges will say more about the state of AI business than 1,000 articles. You'll feel the tectonic plates of the industry shifting under your feet. It's going to be a massive opportunity for those who are ready and an existential threat for those who aren't. If you're going to be walking out of the Moscone Center each night, it'll feel like stepping out of the future and back into the present. But the message of the HumanX will be that the future is arriving faster than any of us think. So really, we want to try to wrap this up. And as we wrap it up, we want to talk about, after 3 days of this and all talking about the AI revolution, what will be the official playbook? It won't be one document. It will be a new way of thinking about your business, broken down into 5 connected strategies. First, the customer engine, as we discussed. You'll have to re-engineer your marketing, sales, and support to move from mass communication to mass personalization. The lesson from leaders like Walmart will be to unify your data and have an intelligent conversation with your market. And second, the control room playbook, you will need to build the AI native operational backbone for your company, making it predictive, not reactive. This will mean building a flight simulator for your business. And as leaders from finance and industry like Mercedes Benz will show, establishing rigorous governance to manage the risks. Third, the command desk playbook. Now, leadership must come from the top. You won't be able to delegate your AI strategy anymore. You will have to become AI literate. Be disciplined with your investments like an orchid owner and have the courage to lead on the tough ethical challenges. Fourth and fifth, the builders and ecosystem playbook for those of you who will be building the tech and the companies of tomorrow. The message will be focus. For builders, it will be about being a master chef, using platforms to ship faster. For founders, It will be about dominating a vertical niche where you own the treasure map to unique data. These 5 playbooks will not be separate. They will be a feedback loop. A better consumer engine will give more data to your control room. A more efficient control room will free up capital for the command desk to invest in new ideas from the ecosystem. The companies that spin this flywheel fastest will be the ones that win. So, as I think about leaving HumanX, one thing will be crystal clear after the event. The gap between companies that are just using AI and those that are becoming AI native is going to widen at a shocking rate. This is no longer a gentle curve, it's a vertical leap. The strategies we'll see at the event aren't futuristic fantasies. They will be the new price of admission. So my question to you as we wrap up and you like and subscribe is one of these 5 playbooks, which one of these 5 playbooks does your business need to focus on right now? Is it the customer engine? Is it your control room stuck in the past? Is your leadership team truly ready? Let me know in the comments. I'll read every single one, and make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. The strategies I'll bring you from this event are just the start. The real work is making it happen. So if you want to go deeper into these playbooks, make sure you subscribe. My next video will be a deep dive into more talking about the more technology and doing more things with AI and consumers for businesses, showing you more ways that you can use tools and different steps. So thanks for coming behind the scenes with me. The future is being built right now. It's time to pick up the playbook and start building. So thank you for tuning into this podcast, and have a great day. We'll see you on the next one.